Remember you was talking about how New York is crazy now?
Yeah.
From 83 to 96, there was 31,000 murders in New York. So they ain't nothing changed. It's just that, it's more, you don't think about the past, because Harlem in the 80s and 90s was crazy.
No, but that's what we were saying, the internet. Like now we get to see it more. Like we wasn't, if somebody got killed in Harlem on 145th, if you wasn't there, you didn't see it. You would hear about it. But now, somebody will get killed.
You see it splat on the TV.
You feel me? We seeing it before people that probably even live around there, because it's just, yeah. I know, that's, yo.
That's crazy.
Yo.
You jumped off it too fast.
What was it, 58 people shot this weekend in Chicago?
That's regular for them.
That's what, and I don't get.
That's regular.
You know, it's crazy that when
you can jump back on that.
When Trump wanted to send the National Guards in, they were like, oh no, he should have.
I said the same thing. You gotta get.
It's tough with that though, because with them, like the National Guards and shit like that, they come in and they mindset is not, yo, check everybody for guns. They just going into like the minority neighborhoods.
It's all right, because that's the ones who have it.
Nah, Chicago different though. Chicago white niggas out there with the hammers too banging.
But now here's the thing though. Do we see it? Now I would love to see what's the rate. Because the crime stats are the crime stats. They're not telling you exactly the race of the ones doing it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just the area.
It's just the area, but think about it. After stop and frisk, crime went up. And I don't have a problem with it. Which is, the hard part is, if a cop stops you and disrespectful, he's not, most times he ain't gonna apologize. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have anything on you and you apologize, it's a little easier to take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's where, one stop and frisk.
Term recording talk about that.
It's already on.
So we don't gotta stop that. We gotta keep adding that.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's, stop and frisk is a little, it's tricky. It's tricky. If you keep the guns off the street or whatever, I don't care. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like just how are you doing it with those who don't have it.
That's what it is, yeah.
You know what I'm
my
saying?
only problem with stopping frisk was I got stopped a lot, like growing up. And I looked like a kid, bro. I had my basketball clothes on, book bag on, and I got stopped a lot. Especially in our neighborhood. I'm like, yo, in my head, I'm like, yo, y'all know who's the ones out here doing it. Why you stopping me?
It could be what would they say? Just in case?
Yeah, like, bro, I got stopped walking home, grab me up and shit. And it's like, yo, why y'all doing this? And then it's like, yo, y'all do this all the time. Y'all know, like, the niggas y'all looking for right here. It's like, I'm not gonna point like, yo, they right here, yo. But it's like, yo, you stopping me for what? You're not getting nothing from me. You violating me, being all disrespectful. All you doing is making me hate you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Making me not like cops. And it's like, with the stop and frisk shit, it makes sense. I honestly think it was a good idea. It's just, if it's stop and frisk and it's random stop, make it random. Don't just only stop black kids in the street. Stop everybody. You downtown Manhattan, Wall Street. You pull that nigga over in the suit. Yo, come in. I gotta check your shit. A lot of things would stop. Cause you don't know what these dudes walking around with downtown. Right. They could just have a suit on, be walking around with mad coke or something inside their briefcase, guns and shit, about to go sell it. You don't know that, but you come into the so-called bad neighborhoods and you stopping everybody.
Well, it's not a so-called bad, because it's either bad or it's not.
Some
like over here, I've been here since '83. If you can Google the Dirty 30, and you'll see the 30th precinct was one of the worst precincts in New York history. Those dudes used to rob the dealers. You know what I'm saying? Kick you off the corner, was like the same thing you said, stop and frisk, even though they know you're not doing anything. How you got dudes selling hella coke back then and weed now in the precinct right over here on 151st? The precinct's half a block away.
Yeah. But how? The thing too is like how many times does a stop and frisk lead to you getting somebody with a gun?
A lot. My son, I'll give you an example. My oldest son. Stop and frisk going through a schoolyard. Had a gun on. And you know what I told him? I always told him, I said, don't run. He said that was the first thing he remembered. And he didn't run. Thank God he did, because who knows what would have happened. But not in all cases. Maybe, let's give it 50%. Maybe, and that might be a stretch.
They don't only do stop and frisk. They randomly stop you depending on how you look driving in the car.
Oh yeah.
Because that thing is like, it's like a lottery. It's like a scratch off. We're going to see if we get out of here. And we don't get nothing, all right, cool. We're going to find one of these dudes with a whole bunch of stuff in the car or somebody with a warrant.
And that's where.
And the bad thing is like, I got pulled over for being in the rental with my cousin, had nothing, they ran my license, all that. Oh, we're going to give you a ticket for not having your headlights on. I said, fam, you never saw the front of my car and you told me to turn the car off through the speaker. So how do you know if my light was on or not?
Yeah,
I think with the cops, it should be the training should be more like. I don't think a regular blue and white. I don't think they should be stopping you for like traffic stuff. I think you should have cops that's just training traffic shit.
Well, then that would be a regular traffic because the thing.
Nah, like just like they train in driving shit. Like they train in that shit. Like that's what they worried about. And then you have the people in the neighborhood, the cops in the neighborhood that's trained within the neighborhood.
You don't have that no more.
Mm-hmm.
The beat walker.
I
don't remember beat walkers.
See, I was waiting to bring something up.
It needs to be a better connection.
Oh yeah,
with the cops and the people in the neighborhoods.
Without a doubt.
And like, I don't know like how it is in like every neighborhood, but in most neighborhoods with like black and Spanish people, there's not black and Spanish cops.
Nope.
They'll separate them.
I think more so now you may.
Yeah, now it's getting better.
Yeah.
Traditionally, no.
Yeah, traditionally.
You can't have someone protect me that don't know nothing about
and
me.
that's not. It should be.
Say so.
It should be made
I understand where you can understand the culture a little better, but at the end of the day, crime is crime.
Yeah.
It don't matter what color you are as a cop. But I do understand that aspect.
I'm not talking about the crime part. I'm talking about like understanding the people.
But you understand the
somewhat.
people, and you could talk to them, and it's more the cops being real servants of the community because you can talk to these people as kids and guide them in a different way. You may have this dude that would have grown up to be the biggest drug dealer may grow up to be a great detective now because he got to see this
Can't
lane.
argue with that.
Or it's just and it's better community. Even if it's like the kid is out there probably doing wrong, you can have a cop that can talk to them and try to like stop them from doing worse. So it's like, yo, this kid may be out here stealing from the store. You may be able to stop that as a cop. Opposed to you just straight just rough handling them, beating them up. All that's doing is making them hate cops.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say now, in the neighborhood we in, the cops is sometimes good, sometimes bad, depending on which cops is there. Like you have some cops that might come talk like, yo, can y'all turn the music down? Hide the liquor bottles and shit like that. We need that. Cause honestly, like growing up, it was like niggas and shit. The cops is coming, yo, go back upstairs. Go in the house. I can't be outside. Like, yo, bro, we not in jail, bro. We free people. A lot of these people were adults. And they like, yo, bro, I'm not going upstairs. I'm a grown-ass person.
And they would lie, too. They'd come around 2 times. Like, oh, we got a report about a disturbance in front of the building. Fam, we live in this building.
Like, yo,
and the front windows is our family.
Yeah.
The front windows is our family. That's my mother's window right there. Oh, we got a call. Who called you? Like,
He can't tell you that.
I know, but I'm saying, like, nobody called you. It has to be like a better relationship between.
It got to be more training, more
Cops and
understanding.
Now you got more community. What is it? The community
Advocate. Yeah.
I don't think you'll ever see
like when we was younger, they had the cops versus kids basketball with PAL. That steered a lot of the kids away from that because you have like a better relationship with the cops. Now you don't have that, and it's like F the cops because you don't have these cops. Don't look like these cops aren't people to you no more. This is a badge, and they're a symbol of something that's against you. But when you got to know them personally, playing in these basketball tournaments, like
Yeah.
You gotta remember, media plays a big part in
Media players.
that
Yes,
idea,
yes.
and also those cops that are abusive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we couldn't stand the cops over here. It was like, you know what I'm saying? But
I was going to say that too, because back in the days, you had the drug dealers in the hood that couldn't stand the cops.
Mm-hmm.
It was just they had a relationship with the kids, and they had a relationship with the adults who didn't fuck with the drug dealers, but the drug dealers couldn't stand the cops. They didn't like the cops. There was no understanding with them and the cops.
You're not gonna like the cops because you're doing something illegal and they trying to stop you from what you're doing to make your
but
money.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I was like,
No, I understand with the
there's a bunch
kids.
of people that's not doing anything wrong that's getting stopped. Like, bro, I can't hang outside.
Yeah.
Like you, and it's the cops don't. The cops, I swear to God, the cops do not talk to anybody that's doing like real crime, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They only talk to people. Yo, you chilling outside, drinking and smoking. Yo, we gonna fuck with y'all so the drug dealers get mad.
Because they can probably get
Why?
money from them.
Go fuck with the drug dealers. If you really trying to stop something, you go fuck with them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fuck with me chilling here.
I remember one time walking down the street with a Diet Coke in a brown bag. A rookie cop was like, "What's in the bag?" And I'm like,
Yo, you remember that time?
what else am I gonna have in a brown bag if it has to be something to drink?
Yeah.
You remember that time, like in the early 2000s, where you was getting like the styrofoam before they had the health and the climate control shit where they don't make styrofoam cups like that no more in Chinese.
Yeah.
Remember you used to get like the iced tea or the lemonade. Cops in the hood would stop you and put their nasty ass nose
Yeah,
in the
I
cup and
remember
smell
that.
it. I'm like, I don't want it no more, fam.
I remember that.
I never had that. 'Cause
Yeah.
they never
I
was
had
doing
that
that.
happen.
Nah.
Smelling your cup.
Yeah,
Let
they're
me
like,
smell
oh.
your cup. Nah.
Like,
It's not licking.
you might as well have it.
About you.
No, they did to different people. Like, you might as well have
Yeah,
it.
they would randomly
Yeah,
do that shit.
I'm never letting you smell my cup. You can taste it. You want me to pour you some? I'll
How
pour you.
come
Hold your head,
people
hold
get
your head
mad?
back. I'll pour you some, but you can't smell my
How
shit.
come people get mad, right? Like if you say, you'll be like, yo, there's good cops out there. And people be like, oh, there's no such thing as good cops. Do y'all believe in that shit?
Nah, I don't believe it.
I don't
I got
believe
a
in
cousin
that.
that's
I
a
believe
cop,
it.
so I can't really say that.
Like, oh, they not good cops, why they not speaking up? So that means you're not a good Samaritan if you ain't speaking up about the dude that's committing crimes.
No,
Like, you have to keep your same energy.
You gotta keep
You
the
can't say a cop
energy.
is not good because he's protecting his livelihood.
Yeah, because
Because if
when
you was
they
in that
come
same
around-
predicament, you at your regular job, wherever you work at, you know somebody doing something wrong, you're not telling on them, so why you expect the cop to tell? I mean, the cops should hold each other accountable, but it's hard because, what's that movie, Serpico? He blew the whistle and they tried to make his life a living hell because he...
We're talking about a movie. This is a real
No, but that's based on the story. That's my
what
story.
about
There's
what
a real
about
situation.
American
There's a
Gangster?
lady in Syracuse.
When he turned the money in,
Yeah.
and everybody didn't
There's
want
a
to.
lady cop in Syracuse.
She lost her pension, we know,
She
but...
lost her
yeah.
pension,
Yeah.
everything.
But Serpico is
because
real
she
too, that happened in the
stopped-
70s.
She stopped somebody from
60s
getting
or
killed.
70s.
Basically, the same shit that happened to George Floyd.
Mhm.
She stopped that from happening. Lost her pension, all that. The cop ended up still, probably like 2 years later, going to jail for some crazy shit. And she was still fighting for her pension back. So it's different to say like there's good
There's
cops.
good cops. I
There's
believe
good
in
cops.
that. I don't believe
And
in all
I honestly,
cops is
I
bad.
honestly think there's more good cops than there are bad cops.
I think now, especially because you got a newer generation
Mm-hmm.
of them, and they're a little more. Well, part of the thing is that a lot of cops don't want to lose their pension.
But also...
So those with the 20 years, they ain't gonna mess with you.
But
That's
also-
why they're getting white.
They retiring early
legalizing
too.
marijuana or smoking it. They ain't gonna.
But
For
also-
them, it's a good thing.
Well, also, you look at it like this too. Like a lot of cops, you can't tell me to speak up about something in another state that I wasn't present for because, all right, no disrespect. Look how we reacted to the girl getting shot in front of her family that was fighting with her. That cop was in a predicament where there's one girl with a knife and she's fighting another girl. If you don't shoot the girl and she kills the girl, you let the girl get killed. If you shoot the girl and she dies, you killed the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I blame the parent.
And not only that, dude, when he kicked the other girl.
Yeah.
And nobody says nothing.
Yeah,
about it.
And then he moved out the
I
way
said-
when the cop came. He went like this, and that's where he shot. And the cops are trained to shoot center mass.
My whole thing was how you let your daughter run inside and get a knife. How y'all allow that? What did y'all think was gonna happen? Y'all called the cops.
She's supposed to keep her little ass in the house.
But y'all
No
called the
disrespect.
cops. Yeah, because y'all called the cops. So y'all called the cops, and then y'all let her run in and go get a knife. What did y'all really think was like? What did y'all think was gonna happen?
She shouldn't even been able to come outside and fight.
Yeah, it was over.
If
I'm
you
the
gonna let her-
parent.
if you're gonna let her fight, don't call the cops.
Exactly.
So you keep her in the house.
gotta-
You know what I mean? And then, like I said, the father kicked the girl, and then he saw the cop. You see on the cop body cam, he steps back. When you step back, the nigga pulls out the gun and shoots your daughter. You're a coward for that.
You already kicked the girl. Like,
You should have been hitting nobody kid.
yeah, like you the parent. You said none of that shit should have
He
went
should
down.
definitely went to jail.
Yeah.
None, yeah. That shit was
Because he was
crazy.
egging it on. It wasn't like you was stopping your daughter from fighting. If you ain't gonna stop your daughter from fighting, don't call the cops.
Fact.
You can't have it both ways. And then that cop is in a bad predicament. Is like, I have to protect. Because even if he would have tased her, she probably would have still had time to stab her. They do the training for that. Not all these shootings are justified, but some of them is like, well, what do you want the cop to do?
Same thing with the Spanish kid in Chicago. I understand it. You running in and you have a weapon, or that's the report, and you reach, you're getting shot. 9 times out of 10, you're getting shot. Ain't no ands, ifs, or buts about it.
Yeah.
Whether
Like-
he dropped it beforehand, cop didn't see it. You think if he would have saw it, he would have shot him anyway? I don't know.
There's also like the people. Like some of these cops are not prepared for these situations, so sometimes they may panic because it's a life or death situation for you.
Yeah.
But if they're not prepared for it, like you got to better train them, and you also got to keep track of them mental health wise, because all these cops deserve background checks. If I grew up in an area where a certain demographic I don't agree with, like if I'm a black dude in the city and I don't mess with white people, why you gonna put me in a suburban area with white people? I might do something wrong because I was taught a certain way, and vice versa. It's just too many variables. But there are a lot of good cops, but the bad ones make everything look worse. Like the stereotypes about us. If all they see is on TV, nigga sagging his pants, randomly attacking people, you don't think we all like that because that's what you're seeing every time you open up your phone.
Yeah, that's part of it. I think the cops training should be different. For one, it should be longer. They should spend if you know this cop grew up in a suburban area, they should be, if they're gonna become a cop in a city, like in a neighborhood, like in a hood basically, they should be training in that hood or doing community service in that hood before they could really get a beat job or a patrol job in that hood. Because you don't know how this kid was raised. This person is raised. This person may have been raised that these brown people are the devils. They gonna kill. They gonna sell drugs. Like you got to get rid of them, and like that's in the back of their head. So to get that out their head is like have them work around kids and like people in the community, so you can see like these are actually good people. And like everything, they're all bad seeds, and that's everything. Every race, they are bad seeds, but you'll see the majority of these people are good people.
Yeah.
You be no bullshit, a cop working in the school, being cool with people's parents and shit like that. One year you gonna get some old grandma, baby, what you doing this Thanksgiving? You going back to your man? You better come over and get some food. You go there, you in their house, you eating. You see a different light. You see, these people are good. So now it's not like the situation where the kid dropped the gun or didn't have the gun and he got shot. It's now more so like, this kid probably this more than likely don't got a gun. This kid is not a killer.
You know him.
You know he not dangerous. Like all black people aren't dangerous. If they reaching to get their wallet out the car or something like that, he's going to get his wallet. He's not going to get a gun.
Like a lot of cops,
more than likely they're not going to do anything violent to you.
When we was younger, a lot of cops were like truancy first. Like Ramirez, there's a couple cops that was in my high school that they was on school safety, transferred over to cops, and I would see them like they stop me like, "What's up? How you doing? Whatever." I'm young. I'm like, "You wilding? You making it, man? How many these dudes probably telling? I ain't going. How many dudes are telling? Don't worry about them." But like you build a relationship because you see me in high school for 1 to 4 years, around me every day, built a rapport. And now you see me in the street. You want to stop me and talk to me? You could probably steer me away, or I already got in my mind like, he's not a bad cop. I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna be fearful. I'm scared because I might get in trouble, but I'm not fearful for my life because I know you're not gonna do this because you know me. But shout out to good cops, man.
Definitely good cops out there. Word, I got on.
Fuck the police.
Yo, they got the Versus joint coming up with Fat Joe and Ja Rule, right?
I'm sorry, I'm Bronx biased. Fat Joe's gonna win.
Like
easy.
my man was like, one of my mans called me, he's like, that's not a good way to follow up the Locks and Dipset or whatever. But what I told my man is, I said, listen,
no music.
Yeah, a lot of people stop listening to Ja Rule just because they jumped on 50. You feel me? Ja Rule he got hits, bro. This nigga got hits, bro.
Rockets.
But I don't think that's what people like disconnect is. I think a lot of people sleeping on Joe.
No, but I'm saying back then,
they saying
people disconnected from
they say nobody
Ja.
want to hit Ja.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
want to hit Ja, bro.
But the funny thing is, a lot of people are like,
Old school shit? Hell yeah.
a lot of people,
Ja got hits.
a lot of people are sleeping with Joe. Joe been making music since the early '90s.
I was about to say Joe is 20 plus.
Joe got
30 plus.
and Joe
That's what I'm
Air.
saying.
Joe Air is crazy for music. He got a bunch of posse cuts, joints with puns.
His feature game is crazy.
Yeah.
His
Yo, one thing about Joe, every year he gonna get a hit.
he got an anthem.
Yeah.
Every year.
He gonna, don't get me wrong, come down to the verses, he gonna lose.
To who?
He gonna
Ja
lose
Rule.
Nah.
Ja
Oh, they
Rule
gonna
got
lose
pen
Ja Rule.
game. Don't forget, he wrote a lot of
gonna lose to Ja Rule.
Ashanti songs too.
But it's not gonna,
He's not losing to Ja Rule.
it's gonna be a good game. I'll tell you that. It might be good, might go into overtime, win by a buzzer beater, but Ja Rule
12
gonna win, bro.
I could be proven wrong, but I got 12-8 Joe. Or they go 20. 12-8 Joe.
He didn't write his own stuff, right?
Who?
Joe.
You know?
So he just gonna sing his own.
There's speculation. There's a lot of speculation in the air. But if you perform the song, it doesn't matter if you wrote it or not. But the writers are the people that they could perform. They could play somebody else's song that they just wrote. Versus, as long as you're on the song, you can play it. You could be a feature and you didn't write it. Because you know most R&B artists don't really write their music. You know, you're from that era, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. But verses is dope because it's been giving people flowers that
Haven't.
not it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be a Dipset lock situation. I think the Dipset just played it wrong. If Cam was being smart, his first song would have been banned from TV. He would have played it before the locks to match that energy.
Nah, I think we might still get the same type of, not the same vibe, but
No, it would have been a wash.
Fat Joe talk a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
I think we gonna be able to get. It's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah.
That shit is on a Wednesday. What time is it supposed to start?
Probably like 7,
Yeah.
8.
But it started at
It's on
7
a
to 8.
Wednesday.
Cause I stayed there for the lock shit. Cause I fuck with them niggas.
Yeah.
I fuck with them. Fuck with Dipset. I ain't staying there for Joe and Ja Rule. I'll catch y'all highlights. I'll catch the highlight reel, bro.
Nah, Joe and Ja Rule. You gonna hear a lot of songs that you forgot about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Joe got some shit.
Joe got some shit.
Joe got some heat.
Joe
I ain't
got
staying
some
up for
heat.
that shit.
That is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tuesday?
Yep, tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
9? Oh shit, I'm falling asleep.
So you know what I'll be doing? I got the Fight TV app on my phone.
I'm
So I'll watch it on that. What?
Tomorrow's not, huh?
Oh, it said the 7th. Oh, the tickets available 7th. My fault. Next week, Tuesday.
Next week, Tuesday.
I said tickets, my fault. We go, yeah, it's going, nah, Joe going.
That's another thing with the
That's
verses
it.
too.
Joe
It's
going to remind
live.
people.
Where that shit at?
They ain't say.
No, say what?
See it live in person, tickets available the 7th. I don't know where they're going to have it.
It don't matter wherever they have it. If you don't got the vax and it's in New York, you can't go.
Facts.
It says live from New York City.
Yeah,
so
you
they
need
might
the
do the,
vax.
they might, nah, not the Garden. They might do the Apollo.
Apollo? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Apollo's open.
Definitely
They could do Apollo. They could do what's the shit downtown on
Barclays?
34th?
MSG.
Hammerstein.
Hammerstein.
I remember I went to a
But
50
I like this
concert
versus
in
because
there.
it's been, you know, getting people their flowers and stuff like that. Some matchups wasn't really my cup of tea, and some matchups shouldn't have probably happened. But like the early ones, if they were that people been on it, you just got appreciation for like the songwriters. Like they had the Dream versus Sean Garrett,
Mhm.
Neo versus Johnson Austin. Surprisingly, Neo and the Dream lost. Because people didn't know that these dudes, like Johnson Austin, when he was against Neo, you're like, oh, Neo gonna watch him, who's this guy?
Nah, because they don't know
He
what
started
songs
hitting
you
with
wrote.
Mad Mariah songs. Bang, 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 bang. I was like, yo, y'all don't know. Like, I'm a fan of Johnson Austin. Penn is retarded.
You think a comedy versus would be good?
They was talking about Dave Chappelle versus Damon Wayans.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not.
No.
Do you think it would be
No.
good?
Someone said, yo, what you think about versus? Oh, like with comedy? Oh, I want Dave Chappelle. They called Dave Chappelle out.
No, but Damon Wayans
Damon Wayans.
said, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, he's
Damon
wildin'.
Wayans
He's
said,
wildin'. Have you ever seen Damon Wayans do stand-up? Can you remember any stand-up from Damon
but
Wayans?
that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you're doing, because if you're doing skits, Damon Wayans got some shit.
Yeah.
He went from his shows?
He did he did the whole In Living Color. That's him. He wrote basically
That's
the
what
whole
I'm
Nah, I don't
shit.
think he wrote all of it. It was
He got
Mad
some
Right.
shit. He got. That's what I'm saying. He wrote most of it. He
had the
got.
Chappelle show too.
Huh?
The Chappelle show too.
You got.
Chappelle show.
Like that's why I said if you do stand up, Damon Wayans gonna lose
Yeah, 'cause,
because
like, you don't-
Dave Chappelle.
Nobody remembers Damon Wayans
I
stand-up.
don't know because Damon Wayans got way more work.
But we talk about
Chappelle don't got that much work.
we don't know what Damon Wayans stand up is. Like nobody can say, oh, I remember the name of a stand-up from Damon Wayans. Not saying that he don't have it. Damon Wayans is funny as hell. He's very talented. But if I have to Google the name of your stand-ups, I mean, I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know.
Dave Chappelle stand-up niggas really fucking?
All of them.
Dave Chappelle, I would say there's 4 of them.
Especially the last 2. This is the point that he's not even really comedy. He's just talking.
Yeah, he just
killing
talking
it.
life shit. His last 2.
So you can't. I can't count those as comedy stand-ups.
No, those are comedy stand-ups.
If I'm not laughing, it's not comedy, bro.
They're funny. He's talking about life.
Yeah, nah, niggas is dying. Like, he's telling jokes and shit. And see, that's the thing.
His
delivery.
Yeah.
His delivery is like...
I don't think it'll do good in the verses, though, bro. That's because it's weird. Like, if you're gonna do a comedy versus, I would say it'd be more like a Wild 'N Out format, like 2 niggas going at each other trying to
tell jokes.
And then I couldn't see you like, yo, we gonna sit up here and play old skits.
Nah, yeah, old skits. It's gonna be kind
nigga, a lot of the Dave Chappelle skits was like a good 5-6 minutes, some 14, 15.
I was about to say some of them shits was half the show, nigga.
Yeah, so I'm like, nigga. And a lot of his skits wasn't. It was like probably written by him, but some of the funny ones, he wasn't even really crazy acting in them shits.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you got your man Ashley Larry.
Yeah, nigga. Wayne, my favorite shit is the Wayne Brady shit. Wayne Brady was doing everything. Dave Chappelle was just like in the car, like, yo, chill, man. Like,
I like the Charlie Murphy stories.
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah,
stories.
Charlie Murphy stories.
It was a lot of funny shit, but
Blouses.
you know,
Nah, you gotta
This dude wrote on Dave Chappelle. What's his
Before
name?
you get past that, what you gotta do one day when you get high, bro, go on YouTube and type in like the Charlie Murphy skits or like the stories and watch some shit back to back, bro. Funniest shit in the world.
That nigga be having me
Charlie
dying.
Murphy.
Charlie, them stories is crazy.
And then they got the Rick James was dumb funny.
Yeah, OD.
Then the shit with Prince.
Oh, game blouses.
Oh man.
Prince shit was funny.
Neil Brennan was writing on that show.
Yeah,
Neil
crazy.
Brennan is good. He was writing on the Chappelle show.
The crazy shit, I thought that shit was all a joke when they was talking about Prince until mad people started coming out like, nah, that nigga nice.
Nigga play ball.
Then they had the video of that nigga handling and shit. That nigga looked
They
like
said-
IT, bro.
They said your man Robert was nice. Every time he went on tour, he had like a truck with a basketball court.
Who, your man Freak Boy?
Yeah, your man Robert. He's wild. He used to hoop with people, the locals. So he was nice.
Yeah. It'd be a lot of celebrities that's nice. This nigga Brian McKnight is dumb nice.
Yeah.
I seen him playing 55th. He was giving niggas buckets.
That should just be from growing up, I think.
Yeah, I mean, niggas is regular niggas that happen to be famous or something.
He was just, regular niggas.
They caught a break. Let me see.
Well, Cam was
Niggas
nice.
got one thing niggas
Mace
gotta
was
stop
nice.
doing. Stop with the Adam Sandler shit.
What?
The niggas poop, bro.
He's not nice at basketball?
No, bro.
Oh,
Look at it. Every time they show something him playing, bro, he dribbling and passing. I've never seen him score a basket.
I seen him hit a step back today. Word. House of Highlights. They put it up today.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that, but
if you gonna get a
yo, he doing shit that we ain't doing.
A famous Jewish
Fuck
person.
it, I ain't mad at him.
If I'm taking a famous Jewish person, bro, I'm taking Lil Dicky, bro. I'm taking Lil Dicky over Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Lil Dicky nice. He can rap. Yo, that show Dave is fire.
Yeah, it's fire. Lil Dicky nice too.
He can rap too.
He can rap.
Like I sat down and watched. I'm like,
he
yo.
nice, but it's just like it's not music I'm gonna listen to. Like, type
Yeah.
shit. Like you can tell, like you listen to, oh, this nigga nice, he got flow and shit, but I don't want to hear about your dick, nigga.
Yeah, he be wildin'.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. You watched it recently?
Nah,
I have watched
I'm missing episodes.
What's that, Dave?
Yeah, I have watched the on YouTube. I watched the shit with him and Gator, and they performed.
Mm-hmm.
Got Terry died, bro. I was ready to cry, son. Cause like knowing that nigga's story, and like, cause his story in the show is basically his story in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So like seeing him really get his chance to perform and like really live his dream out to be up there on stage, that shit had me teary eyed, bro.
There's kind of onions.
Yeah. But nah, that show fire.
What was that shit you was telling me you wanted to talk about the generations of music?
Yeah.
You were saying?
Yeah. But we gotta ease into it, bro. I gotta ease into it.
What you want to know about it though? Cause it's like
We just started with verses.
Well, you
and
know,
stuff
like,
that, you know, verses
I could
showing-
tell you, and nowadays,
Sorry, let me get back to the verses.
Thinking about it.
The verses thing
I'm gonna come back to it.
always surprises you because everybody just knew Bobby Brown was gonna wash Keith Sweat. But
I ain't
it
think
happened.
that though. Nah,
That was
Keith
a
Sweat, my
consensus,
nigga.
though.
Yeah, Keith Sweat. was my
People
nigga.
forgot about Keith Sweat Pen and Silk was his group. He wrote for Guy, and he was just in better shape, and his optics was
Alright,
better
we
than
done
Bobby
already.
Brown. That's how it is. Like sometimes it's the performer.
Yeah, because now, I was about to say, since they made it live, now the performer, who's
Yeah.
ever performing,
You know,
and
Bobby
putting
Brown
more
can't
into the
perform the
music,
same way no more.
they're getting more of an edge with it. You know, blame it on the Jamaicans.
Yeah,
You heard Bounty Killer.
they set the tone.
Yeah, they set the tone. Bounty Killer and Beanie Man set the tone. After that, it was lit.
But that's only because that's where hip hop is from. Man.
Facts, the Clash,
That's the hip hop come from Jamaica.
the battles from the Clash.
That's why that's probably
Cool
the
Herc.
most pure.
A lot of people don't know Cool Herc was Jamaican.
Cool Herc
Word
Jamaican.
up.
Shit, most of the biggest rappers is Jamaican. Man, Biggie,
Big.
son Wallace, Wallace man.
You heard?
Ain't Jay-Z West Indian?
Everybody from Brooklyn.
Everybody
West
from
Indies.
Brooklyn. I was
that's
about
why they
to
had
say,
the-
you from
that's why they had the
Brooklyn?
parade. Happy Labor Day.
If you from Brooklyn, word. Today was supposed to be the parade. Word. But
But how y'all felt about what Trae Young saying like, yo, when we gonna say that Jay-Z not the GOAT no more and like move it over to Drake?
I'm not mad at him. And the reason why I could
His
say,
perspective, I'm not mad at his perspective.
yeah, I'm not mad at his like him
But in a
saying,
literal sense,
him
that's
saying
incorrect.
him move over. No, you can have, and that see, this is one thing that I hate, and it even goes back to when we talking about ball, bro. You can have more than one GOAT. You could
Yes.
be the GOAT of your era.
Yes.
Why do we always like it? We always have to have these debates and these battles where it's like,
Tearing somebody down.
yeah, we have to tear somebody down. It's like, no, bro, he's great. He was great at his time. He's great right now.
But what is Drake? What is Drake the GOAT of? As an artist of
As
this
a
era?
rapper, bro.
Not as a rapper.
How?
Because he's not. All right. This is people problem.
This is the argument.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
Why is Drake not a rapper?
This is the problem that people. This is the problem that people have with me. And
Does Drake rap?
he does rap, but he's not a top rapper.
Does he rap?
He raps good, not great.
Does he rap?
Good, not great. He's a great. He makes great music, but that don't mean he raps good. I
How
mean
he
he
don't
raps
rap
great.
good?
He don't rap great. He raps good.
How he don't rap good?
It's a sample size. That's like perfect example. I got hops. I don't enter no dunk contest, but every now and then I throw it through my legs. Oh, this nigga can dunk. This nigga can get shit. But like LeBron. LeBron is not going to win no dunk contest, but LeBron's going to put on the show in game. But you put him in a dunk contest, he's not doing nothing. He really lost that high school All-American dunk contest to Shannon Brown. All LeBron doing is dunking from here. He's not doing no real special dunks. Like the thing with Drake could rather be good. He got the singing, he got the great production behind him, got one of the best engineers. Like his music is packaged the best, but he's not the best rapper. Kendrick and Cole are better than him. So how does that make him the GOAT if Kendrick and Cole are better than him? And arguably Wale's better than him as a rapper. Drake just makes great music because he does other things. And I think that's disrespectful to Drake calling him a rapper because he does other things.
Why is
You're
this true?
pigeon.
That's what he is. He's a rapper.
No, he's not. He's an artist.
He's a rapper.
You're
bro.
pigeonholing that man.
I'm a
When is he going to make a rap album? He's never made a rap album.
never made a singing album either.
Most of his albums are 80% singing.
Nah.
Okay.
He's a bro.
How many songs he's rapping on the new album?
Most of them.
Uh,
He sings on like one song.
when he won awards, is it solo rap artist? Is it R&B artist?
Rap.
they put everything in rap category.
No,
That's hip hop.
but see, this is why, and
What they do to us with the Grammys, they put everything in the same bubble because Tyler Creator's what the hell was that album with the blonde wig?
I don't know.
With the album with the blonde
I've
wig,
never listened to Tyler Creator before.
he wasn't
I don't
rapping on that
listen to
album.
rap.
He wasn't rapping on that album. He was singing.
what I always say when it comes to like music, basketball, movies,
My fault.
It's
Igor.
always-
Igor with
it's-
the pink album cover. He's singing.
it's always going to be a debate because at the end of the argument, it's what the person that's arguing likes. So you're never going to convince the person to like what you like. So if we're arguing about, if I'm saying Kendrick Lamar is the top rapper, and he's saying J. Cole's the top rapper, you're saying Drake's the top rapper, we could debate about it, but at the end of the day, when the argument's over, I'm still gonna think what I think. You're still, you know what I'm saying? Is never really. You're not gonna make the person.
Now, yeah, everybody gets their opinion.
Think what they want.
Everybody gets their opinion. Everybody gets their choice.
Nah, what I'm saying is,
But
what they do to us, these Grammy people, we have the best possible album, period. Like our culture. And they'll just put it with the best rap album, which is not fair. Because it's not a rap album. Like Igor was in a rap album, and you gonna put it you gonna put it with the rest of the rap albums.
you could
and that was
argue
probably
that
the best album, period.
you could argue that it's giving us a chance to win the awards because everybody don't listen to rap. There are probably more people that listen to pop albums and shit like that that might win.
But do you know the Grammy board is consistent of people that were nominated? It's just that a lot of rappers don't want to be on the board, but you got people that probably don't even listen to rap. They're just picking whatever they think sold more or something like that. And that's probably not the best album, which is why Macklemore won it over Good Kid, Mad City. And he said, "Yo, I didn't deserve this. I respect him for that."
Rap album, right?
Yeah.
You know.
He won it over Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City is one of the greatest albums in the last 20 years.
Yeah, but there's also like, yo, what did they hear? If they didn't hear it, then they can't really.
That's their fault for doing the due diligence. You can't be on the board of something if you're not familiar with all the nominees. That's like saying, oh, who I'm going to pick for the Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA, and you've only watched the Knicks and Lakers games. But like to sum it all up, like Drake music is phenomenal. Everything is packaged great, but I can't say he's a GOAT as far as a rapper.
Bro,
he's a GOAT as far as an artist.
He's a GOAT as a rapper, bro.
Nah.
All his songs that people really fuck with are rap songs.
And your argument about Jay-Z, you can make the same about Drake. You're like, was Jay-Z ever the man? Jay-Z was always the man.
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
No, he wasn't. I know that for a fact, bro. You know that for a fact. Jay-Z ain't never have a 10-year run.
Huh?
What?
Jay-Z had never had a 10-year run.
Yo, Vontae.
Name the 10-year run.
Yo, Vontae.
Name the 10-year run.
Hold on.
Tell me the time. Tell me the time span.
Yo, Vontae.
Tell me the time span.
Yo, they ran every summer from like 90.
Tell me the time span that Jay-Z had his run.
90s?
Where he was considered number one.
Since, what was it for Volume Lifetime? Volume 1?
Like 97?
When that album came out? Volume 1.
Like 97?
And whenever those Hard Knock Life stopped, even, because after that it was Volume Life in My Lifetime.
He was considered the number one, like, in the United States or the globe, he was considered the number one rapper?
Yes.
No, he wasn't.
And I'm not a Jay-Z fan.
No, he
at
wasn't.
all.
Vontae.
I like his music. I respect him, but
yo, when Jay-Z was rapping, you was like 6 years old, bro. And there's no disrespect.
It's no disrespect to me.
From 98
Look.
was Hard Knock Life. That's when they started making him the number one rapper. Let's see, Blueprint came out in 01. The Dynasty came out in 2000. Blueprint 2. He had the sneaker deal in 03. Black Album.
So you telling me?
Unfinished Business with the Best of Both Worlds.
There
R.
was
Kelly.
a time where DMX was the top rapper.
No, they was always arguing one or two.
Yeah, there was one.
But this is what I'm saying.
There was never a time where Eminem was the top rapper. There was never a time when Snoop was the top rapper.
No.
There was never those times.
Snoop was the top rapper
there
before
was never
Jay-Z
no
came out.
time when Nas was the top rapper.
Before Jay-Z came out. This is why you gotta. Sometimes the generation thing is like I told you, you can't really speak on stuff that's not your era. Because Nas was crowned the best rapper in the game before Biggie first album came out. And that's why they say Biggie stole his album cover. Snoop Dogg album, Doggy Style came out in 92. And by the way, that's a perfect album. That's one of the perfect albums in rap. That's before 98.
So you tell
everybody had like a little
90. You said what? 96 to win?
97, 98 until 2010.
And Jay-Z was the top.
Yes, Jay-Z was the man. Just because he don't got the
2000 to what?
Yeah, like around
2000 what? Not 10.
Yo,
you ain't say 10.
When was Jay-Z's last album?
You ain't say 10.
I'm saying Black Album.
Yo, Watch the Throne came out 2011 with Kanye.
Because
he was not the best rapper, bro.
No, huh?
He was not the best, bro.
Because
he was the top dog in rap.
He was the top dog in rap. Considered the number one rapper.
Just because, all right, let me break something down.
Just because a nigga was probably selling 10 million records, that doesn't mean he was considered the best rapper.
How many years was LeBron the best player in the NBA?
Best player in the NBA?
Yeah. LeBron had like a good 6. He had at least a 6-year run, right?
Best
he did not lead the league in scoring those years.
You don't gotta lead the leading scorer to be.
All right, so you don't
That's
have to
what
sell
we
the most
saying about
records that
Jay-Z.
year to be the best
Who
rapper.
said anything about selling the best?
But you
records?
said when was he the top dog? He was a top dog, bro.
Bro.
I'm not a Jay-Z fan, and I'm telling you, he's a top dog.
All right, put it like this: music is basically probably their target audience is probably from I say
18 to 45.
no, it's cap, bro. You're trying to make it's from out probably 13 to 25. And you talking about 2010, 2011? I was in high school around those times. That's my era.
Yo, niggas was.
Can I say that?
Niggas was calling
high school.
Niggas was calling white ups the jiggers because of who?
Ooh, who called them that?
Everybody.
Everybody.
When he came out with the Maya song, I remember this personally. When niggas was buying their girl on Christmas, that year when he came out with that song, every nigga was buying their girl the powder blue Rockaway suit and white Nikes. Everybody, when Jay-Z, Nike even came out with a pair of white Nikes with the Rockefeller symbol on the side.
Yes, they did that.
Those was called Air Jiggers.
I never called the pair of Uptowns jiggers,
but that's
bro.
probably
nobody
you.
I know have ever called the Uptowns
Well,
jiggers.
I don't know. We can find out from the. Oh, yo, listen. Anybody who know about the Air Force Ones,
Under
the
the
ups,
under the age of 30.
put it in the comments.
Under the age of 30.
Don't know nothing.
But you can't say no.
Yo.
But Vontae, hold on. Time out. Real quick. I'm gonna let you speak, but real quick, you can't say under the age of 30 because we're saying he's the top rapper.
Yo, Jay-Z first album came out in 94?
Yeah.
All right, wait. You talk about 30, right?
No. You gotta let him speak, but I understand what he's saying.
Go ahead.
Reasonable Doubt came out in 96, right?
Old niggas, bro.
Reasonable came out in 96.
Old
What year was you born in?
Old niggas don't want to let they fucking legends die. Them niggas is gone, bro. Them niggas is dead, bro.
What year
That wasn't the question
you
you
asked.
asked.
What are you talking about?
But that's not the
That's your
question.
problem. Y'all young niggas just change the whole argument.
Because one thing y'all don't understand, don't nobody, yo,
Can I
you said
answer my
2000, you said the nigga ran the game from 96 to 2011.
I didn't say that.
I said
2010. No, bro. Yo, nigga.
Jay-Z was the go-to guy. He's the man.
No, he wasn't, bro.
Or
No, he wasn't.
Can I ask you a question? What year
No,
you
he
was
wasn't,
born?
bro.
What year you was
92.
born? He was born in 92. Jay-Z first album came out in 96. What the hell can you speak about before 2003? Nothing.
Nothing about before 2003. You saying nothing about before 2003? Before I hit, but how old was I? 2003. That was
From 96 to 2003.
That was from
11.
you was born in 92. Doggy Style came out. You didn't even get the chance
All
to
right,
listen to Doggy Style the way it was supposed
You
to.
saying up until 11, I got no say so on that.
No, so you won't know the impact.
How old were you? How old when you was 11? What year was that?
When I was 11 in 96.
96.
But we had this conversation. It's different with me.
No, it's not. No,
I grew up in the studio, bro.
No, it's
My
not.
pops
What
ran the
that
studio.
mean?
My pops was a manager for artists.
What that mean?
I listen to music different, bro.
What that mean? I listen to music. Nah, I hate that shit, bro. I listen to music different. How you listen to music different? What you listen to different about music?
Because y'all niggas just listen to it.
Explain to me. What do you listen to about this?
I can listen to a song and break it down for you. I can find the feature. I can tell you what
Nobody
somebody
cares about that.
I can tell you what somebody
Nobody cares
sub-dissing.
about that. Nobody cares about that.
Yes, they do. Why you think it'd be going viral and be like, oh, I didn't know this came from this
the
song. Or,
general
oh, I didn't know this
public
person
does not
dissing.
give a fuck about that. And I'm sick of people going with that. Oh, I listen to the beat. I listen to nigga. That's not what's selling, nigga. Niggas don't give a fuck about that.
The beats are selling.
No, nigga.
Yes, the beats are.
No.
So what's up?
Why you think Kanye album whack?
Kanye album's
he
not whack.
shit on it.
His album's not whack.
Niggas that listen to the beat think it's nice.
His album's not whack. What it
That
is,
nigga ain't saying nothing,
his album is not whack. What
He
it
didn't
is,
say nothing,
his album's
bro.
not good. His album's
He
not great
said
at all.
Adam couldn't be black because he never give a nigga give away his rip. That shit was whack.
Yes.
That shit was poop.
And Fabio
poop.
and Fabio said
Poopity poop poop.
and Fabio said, I met her in church, she prayed for me. That's my god sister. That's whack.
That's better than what he said, nigga.
No, it's not. It's both whack. And Drake album ain't great either. Both them niggas put out mid compared to their bodies of work.
No, it's not, bro.
Those shits are mid compared
It's
to their body of
different.
work.
You know
when
what?
you compare Drake albums to this album, this is not a great Drake album.
Yo, you know
It's
what?
a good album. It's just that niggas was beasting, and a lot of niggas is on Drake dick.
People saying Drake album was whack because he didn't do nothing different. Why create a new wheel, bro?
People say everybody.
No, because I didn't try nothing different on my shit. Whack? No, I played this safe. I played the safe. So it's a whack album? No, it's a good album.
It's not whack. I said it's not great.
Nobody said it was great.
Neither one of them niggas made a great album. Kanye
No, it's different. Kanye made a trash album.
He made his album. He played his album in entirety 3 different times live. And you heard it on speakers.
That don't take away from it, bro.
You gonna let me talk or you gonna
That
keep
don't take
talking?
away from it.
You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a
That
reason,
don't
right?
take away from it.
How does that?
That don't take
you
away
wanna let me
from it.
finish?
Go ahead.
You played that album 3 different times in its entirety. People heard it in stadium speakers. Once you see it performed, it takes the luster away from hearing it for the first time, and then you get demo-itis. Demo-itis is when you hear it for the first time and you don't hear it a different way. That's like we in the studio, we make a song that just sound fire. We play it outside in the club, it's not the same way because we ain't do no tweaks because we loved it the minute we heard it. Like Kanye album is not great, but it's probably too long. He probably should have did some better verses. His verses, I don't like none of his verses really on that album. I think the unreleased track that he got Andre 3000, that verse of his is better than damn near every verse he put on that album. Like Kanye, like I said to you in the group chat, Kanye made an album for him to listen to. Drake made an album for everybody else to listen to. Drake is always going to make a very good album because it just plays well. But that don't mean Drake did anything special. He didn't do nothing special. If you ain't do nothing special, it's not a great album. Look at Kendrick. He reinvents himself. J. Cole reinvents himself. Good Kid, Mad City doesn't sound like To Pimp a Butterfly. To Pimp a Butterfly doesn't sound like Damn. None of them albums sound like Section 80. All those are great albums. That's why the stigma was that Drake doesn't have, he's one of the only top dudes that don't have a classic album. Because they all sound the same. Like nothing special about him, but to me, his best album is Nothing Was the Same. To me, that's a classic. But after Nothing Was the Same, everything was the same. He's chasing the sound. Like,
I want to ask this because when you was like, you had brought up the Jay-Z thing and then you asked if DMX was ever hot while Jay-Z was hot. Yo, there was times, like Drake wasn't always the hottest nigga out to be called the GOAT.
But they say he got a 10-year run.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
but this is what I'm saying. What 10-year run did Drake have where other niggas wasn't hot? So this
arguably
is
Little Baby's the man right now.
So this is what I'm saying. It's like Jay-Z at a time, and this is for, I'm not shitting on the younger generation because when you was like, oh, that's what's wrong, y'all want to let legends die. Jay-Z's not the hottest nigga right now. Me not letting the legend die is me saying, yo, Jay-Z's hotter than the baby right now. No, he's not. Jay-Z died out. But there was a time, there was a time when literally every summer, we knew Rockefeller was taking over the whole summer. We knew this as people in the waiting for music. We knew this. Summers. When the summers was coming, Rockefeller was coming, and they were shutting down the whole shit. We knew this. There was a time where every song, yo, you like how people going for the baby right now? Yo, you just if you see the baby on the feature, you want to hear that? There was a time where Baby?
Little Baby.
No, I'm talking about the baby.
The Baby?
Yeah, when the baby drop a feat, this nigga can't miss. I don't care if he got canceled, whatever nigga said.
No,
I'm talking about the baby. He can't miss anything.
Lil Baby the nigga that's hot right now.
Yeah. But what I'm saying about the baby is he can't miss.
Nice.
There was a time where Jay-Z was dropping like that where anything, yo, Jay-Z, it was a point where Jay-Z could have came out on the stage, bro, and just stood there. Like, literally just stood there, bro, and niggas will go crazy. He didn't have to rap, nothing. In
2021, Drake first album came out what year? 13, right? Take Care. We not counting So Far So Gone, even though that should count.
Like me, I when people ask me about it, I say Jay-Z's the GOAT of his era, and I give Drake the GOAT of his era because. Just music wise, he different, bro.
Right?
He different, bro.
Thank Me Later came out 2010. So Drake has been on a crazy 10-year run, but he's not been the highest selling person each year because he hasn't came out with an album every year. But you know Drake has been the man. That's the same thing we saying about Jay-Z. There's parallels in their career. So you can say like, you know, you can't say, oh, Jay-Z was never the man for every single year. Drake was never the man every single year either since 2010. But his run, his consistency, like people don't match that. Like just because a dude averaged more points that year don't mean he's the best player in the league that year. Bradley Beal led the league in scoring this year. That don't mean he's the best player in the NBA.
Alright. So now there's a few things I want to touch on. Like you said about you said with Hov, right? You said that nigga what you said?
You didn't listen. You was waiting to rebuttal.
Nah, listen. OD listen.
It's the black girl magic.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying that he damn, I forgot what you said. Cause you said, and then he started talking.
When I was like probably
When I said that,
he was dropping music every summer. We
Yeah.
knew he was coming
Alright.
every summer.
So no, it's not even that. It's hold up, because it's with him. You saying like, yo, he was the GOAT. All right, cool. He was the GOAT for a long time.
And there was years that other people sold more than him.
I was real quiet.
Go ahead, my fault, bro.
He was the GOAT. You saying, yo, he was the GOAT. He had his time when he was the GOAT. What's wrong with somebody saying that he's the GOAT now? What's wrong with that?
We're saying who's the GOAT now?
What's wrong with somebody saying that Drake's the GOAT now?
No,
There's
I
nothing
never
wrong with
said that.
But y'all saying replacing
Listen,
Jay-Z.
I'ma
That's two
talk.
different
Yo,
eras.
let me talk.
You asked the question. You want to answer, right?
No.
So it's a rhetorical then. Don't ask the question.
Like I said, bro. If Jay-Z was the GOAT, what's wrong with somebody saying, yo, he's the GOAT, like Drake is the GOAT now? There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
It's absolutely not wrong with
Nothing.
that. But when it's brought up like, yo, Drake is the GOAT, it's nothing but a bunch of, oh, yo, y'all niggas don't know about this person. You can't say that. Yo, he is singing that. Bro, that's not, your time is done, bro.
No,
after
but
after you hit 35, your time is
It
done,
depends
bro.
on how you saying it.
Your
You
time is-
saying
listen,
you saying
listen,
Drake
listen,
is the greatest ever? No. You saying he's the GOAT of this era? Yes. But he's not the greatest ever.
This is why I keep forgetting what I'm saying, because you keep cutting me off.
All right, go ahead.
I probably can't remember now.
Because you're not. What
But
you're saying.
even
gotta
if
let me
he
finish,
just let him get it off.
Because the shit you're saying is not what we saying.
Yes, it is.
No.
It's exactly what y'all saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's
bro.
not what we
It
saying.
may not be what you saying, but it's definitely what you saying.
No, I'm not. You
Well,
said
I
you
can
talk
tell
about
you-
surpassing. It's different.
Yes.
No, they.
Well,
he
Why
just
you can't
said
surpass him? Why hasn't he surpassed him?
two different eras. Jay-Z's not active.
Why
This
can't I
is-
surpass you?
This is Drake's era.
Why can't I surpass you?
How I look at it is like a passing of the torch. Like Jay-Z was the GOAT in his era.
It's your turn now.
Now Drake's the GOAT of his era.
Ain't
Why
nothing-
does it?
ain't
Like, that's
nothing
what
to
I
do
was
with- you don't
saying.
gotta
Why do we
compare them.
always have
You don't
to?
got to compare them.
Why
Drake's
do we
on there.
always have to tear one person down to put one person on top? Yo,
But why is
Jay-Z's the GOAT.
Why does it have to be a teardown? Why can't I can't pass you, bro?
But now, all right.
I can't. Put it
You
like
can't-
this. If the way I look at it is evolution, bro. It's common evolution. If you came before me, I'm supposed to pass you. Am I not supposed to be better than you, booby? And if I'm looking at your life and everything you go through, am I not supposed to learn through the shit you went through and become better than what you are?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the point.
So why can't I pass you?
Because every song.
So that's like why Kobe couldn't pass Mike? Why LeBron couldn't pass Mike? Why couldn't these niggas pass Mike?
Because of what he did.
Because y'all setting, yo, this is just, he's the greatest to ever do it, and it's just set. Nah, you can't say that because
I say
Mike
Kobe
had to
was
go
too.
against different people than Kobe. LeBron had to go against different people than.
But that's
both
why
of them.
I don't. But that's why it's hard to say.
LeBron probably would have played back then and probably got them 6 rings. Kobe would have played back then and probably got them 6
But
rings.
Vontae, what I always told you
Everything
about that
changes,
word
bro.
GOAT.
And the thing is now.
Hold on. What I told you about that word GOAT. It's hard to say greatest of all time when somebody was great in the 50s, somebody was great in the 60s, somebody was great in the 70s, somebody was great in the 80s. So now the person in the 90s, you just forget about their greatness. It's like, yo, you're great at your time. 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 We always do things like we bring people up. Like there's going to be somebody that later on in like 5 years from now, right? He might be as good as Giannis. He might be as good as Imani Bates. Are we going to compare Imani Bates to Michael Jordan and say Imani Bates is the GOAT? He's better than Michael Jordan? That's dumb. That's to me that's dumb. Now everybody got their way how they want to do it, but it's like, yo, Jay-Z was great at his time. Jake was great at his time. Now I can sit here and be like, well, the songs that Jay-Z was on with Drake, Jay-Z killed them.
He kicks Drake ass every song.
I can argue that, and
Every
then
time
make
he
it.
has the
I'm
better
not
verse.
doing that.
Argue it. That's for you though.
But that's why I don't make it. Wait, hold on. But that's why I don't do this with music, sports, religion, politics, because it's your preference. So I'm not saying you wrong. I never said you was once wrong. What I'm saying is, I don't like when people say, "Yo,
Trae Young is wrong."
Well, this person was doing it, and now when are we going to say he is like, yo? Why you can't just say, yo, when are we going to acknowledge that Drake is the GOAT? Bang, simple.
Yes.
You
When
don't
we gonna
have to
acknowledge
mention somebody else's
Drake-
greatness
the
to
game is
build
Drake's.
another person's greatness up. It's
When
like,
we gonna
yo,
acknowledge the game
because
is
that's
Drake's.
all it
But
is.
can I ask you a question though?
Hold on.
What's the criteria
But
that they
hold on.
saying Drake surpassed Jay-Z? I want to know what the criteria
No,
is.
but look, this is why I don't like that, because now you start doing that and you have to tear somebody down for one person to stand up. So it's like, no.
Because we
why we don't appreciate Drake? Because honestly, it's even in this era with all of these guys that's out now, Drake don't. So why we not appreciating Drake? Why don't we give Drake his flowers? That should be the question. Not, yo.
He gets his flowers.
Why?
He gets his flowers.
He gets them, and they get, and they
respect.
Yeah, but
it's always
a something.
So-called,
He's a
it's
LeBron
always
of rap.
a so-called hip hop nerd that wants to take it away from him.
No, you know what it is though.
Because it's like, yo, if it's not what's pure hip hop, it's cool. You can't be the best.
Ain't no such thing as pure hip hop.
It's with like just like basketball. Things change, bro.
But I'm just
so
asking.
Remember we used to go to the gym with the old heads. And Will Chamberlain was trash, bro. Will Chamberlain, if he played today, he'd have been JaVale McGee. Niggas get tight. But honestly, it's a fact, bro.
That's not a fact.
Yo, it's
not a fact.
Let me talk, bro.
It's not. You're saying something dumb.
Come on, my nigga.
Talk about the rap. Don't talk about the basketball game.
Come on, my nigga. Let me talk. Let me get my point across, bro. In all reality, bro, he will be JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee is just athletic as he was, and all that, bro. JaVale McGee ain't playing against a bunch of bums. Will Chamberlain played against a bunch of bums. There's nobody nice really playing, and he still only got 2 rings. So if you could go back there and put Will Chamberlain playing now against a bunch of 7-footers, a bunch of big niggas, a bunch of strong motherfuckers, he ain't gonna do that good. So with time changing, bro, the niggas change, bro. So it's like, yo, when Mike came in the league, it's probably about 5 other niggas doing what Mike doing. Now you got every last person on the basketball court able to do what Mike did. So the whole game is different. So it's tougher for a nigga like LeBron. A nigga like LeBron, you gotta see 300 mics every year, bro. You gotta see 300 niggas that saw Shaq play every year. You gotta see a different type of game, bro. So you can say, bro, this person, this model, the LeBron James model, you can say, yo, the LeBron James model is better than the Michael Jordan model. Even if this not my this, I don't really think that, but you can say that with anything in life. Like you can say with cars. Yo, this car back in the day was the best car ever.
Yeah.
We got this shit now. This shit way better than that car. And that's what everything in life. Niggas act like, yo, if it happened then, it's set in stone and there's no way this person can pass it. So you saying there's no way in the world nobody's ever gonna be able to pass niggas like Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Tyson, Ali, Jay-Z. Nobody's ever gonna be able to pass these niggas?
But then the question comes, what have you done? Jay-Z's a billionaire.
But that don't have nothing to do with music.
But that's how everything started.
No.
I mean, it started from the block.
His money has nothing to do with music.
How come?
Because that doesn't matter. You talking about what we're listening to. I don't care about what.
So why does Drake? Hold on. So why you think Drake is considered a GOAT? Because
the music,
bro.
Yeah. That's money.
I'm not talking about the money being.
All right, so Jay-Z music sells. My fault. All right, I get what you're saying. So
Jay-Z don't have nothing to do with money.
So Jay-Z music sells back in the days.
That don't have nothing to do with money, bro. I'm not talking about that.
That's why I said forget the money.
The money, because that's and I think that's a lot of people's argument with Jay-Z. Jay-Z is the top because he has the most. That's not how it works in life, bro. If I'm nice at art, if I'm nice, I can draw my ass off. But my art don't sell. But you can literally look at it and be like, yo, this shit is way better than this nigga that's selling his pieces for $1 million. And it's just like a dot. You know, I'm the better artist. I can draw better. I can do this. This person is selling more because of his name. That don't have nothing to do with the art that I put out. If my art is better, respect that.
But how
Respect
can
my art being better.
all right? But let me ask you a question now, because this is when it comes down to taste. How can you just say Drake art is better? It's better to this generation. Because I could sit here and say, I don't like this generation music. I like that music. And then you could have a person who's a rapper, quote unquote, a rapper, that's going to tell you Jay-Z had to fight through niggas with better pens. When niggas' pen game was stronger than what it is now. Because niggas' pen game ain't nothing. We making alphabet music right now. So then but that's when those kind of conversations come up. So that's why I don't like comparing eras, because we can sit here and say, Jay-Z in this era, he might not be this, and then you could say this person that got more features and more styles will be better in that era. Is like, we don't know that. We don't know. So to compare,
not to say you're old nigga, but you read a lot of old niggas don't say that. It's just Drake.
No, but that's what I was saying from the beginning. Nah, I'm not saying that.
I go for era, but I don't care
eras.
About y'all era. I don't give a fuck about y'all ever telling
eras. It's eras.
That's not my music. I can go back and listen to it and appreciate it, but I don't give a fuck about it.
Then that's not hard for you to have.
We had the argument like about history. I have said this for the longest. I think history is unimportant, bro. Regardless of what you put it in, because it has nothing to do with what's going on now.
But some history, some things that happen in history is the reason why things are happening the way they are now.
But it's not to be compared to the now. I don't think you should ever compare the past to the now.
But the funny thing is now, sadly, about the music, when you want to talk about, who album is better, the first thing people go to is album sales. When they was comparing Kanye album to Drake album recently, they put, Drake first week sales or first day sales towards Kanye. Like, you're comparing the sales instead of comparing the art. Like, Drake album is sonically better. It plays better. It doesn't matter if Kanye would have had 800,000 sales and Drake only had 200,000 sales. Don't matter. Drake album is better.
That's the business.
But the people fall in love with that. They sensationalize sales when there's people that got great albums that's just not selling.
People want to prove they argument right or wrong.
Yeah, so for you to say Jay-Z,
prove it, numbers I can prove it.
Yeah, so
for music, like what art is like you saying, it's taste. So it's like, what I like and what you like.
So now that goes back to Trae Young's question. If it is how you say it is, why are you even asking that question? If you're appreciating the art, what are you comparing? Because it's like Jay-Z art, you can't say that Drake art is better than Jay-Z if Drake is not considered a rapper, because some people's not going to consider him a rapper, and then you have people that consider him as a rapper. Now, Drake don't write his own music. That's what they say. Does Jay-Z write all his? You know what I'm saying? So now these are the things. So it's like that's going to go into bringing up. You're going to have to bring
that whole he don't write his own music shit. They need to stop that, because he didn't write a few songs and he took those. Niggas don't listen to those. Them Quentin Minister niggas don't listen. Niggas don't listen to Rico. Niggas don't listen to that.
Niggas listen to that Running Through the Six shit.
I listen to Rico in the gym.
And the funny thing is,
I'm
trolling you.
Songs.
No, it's not. It's not.
Those are not his songs that make Drake.
Facts.
And the funny thing is, Kanye don't write his music either.
Nope. Styles P done came out and said he wrote songs.
But Kanye said,
all the songs that they say Drake didn't write or Drake had help on, niggas don't really fuck with those.
But we don't know what he wrote or what he didn't wrote. That's all speculation.
You don't know.
We really know about the songs that I was like, what's the name? But at the end of the day, the thing is, and another thing, Drake gets a lot of unfair criticism. Like, people don't know how to, like, this is why I say, look at.
I'm because messing me up dramatically. You said what he wrote and what he didn't wrote?
Who?
Just 2 seconds ago. It should be what he wrote and what he didn't write, right?
It doesn't matter. Because you're going to throw me off now. Like, the stuff with Drake, when one of Drake's recent albums came out, they said, he got like 15 different writers on there. And I'm like, you're dumb. He doesn't. Whenever you sample a song, those people get credits on the song. They get writers credit. So if I sample "Can You Stand the Rain" by New Edition, whoever wrote the "Can You Stand the Rain," they're gonna get writers credit on my song.
That's the people who tried to discredit him for it. Now you got people looking at the credits.
That's
people that don't understand how the credits go. That's just cool writer. this is who wrote the song.
Yeah, and that's even some of his fans too, because everybody on the internet want to be the one to break the news. It could be somebody that's his actual fan, like, oh, look what I found. I want to be the one. Like, everybody's so quick to be above what they are.
All that shit come from niggas that's not doing as good as he doing, or not selling as much as he doing, or people, or fans just not fucking with you like that.
But they did the Diddy too. They did the Diddy too. When Diddy album went diamond, that's why they like don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Like in the game, there's people that's been gotten stuff written for, like R&B.
Yo, sometimes
your voice is a talent, so
I was
they
about
let you
to
write.
say, yeah, sometimes.
Like to me, Chris Brown is not just a singer. I'm not going to pigeonhole him. He's an entertainer. Drake is an entertainer or artist,
yes,
because they do more than just that one thing that they initially came in the game as.
Yes.
So to pigeonhole them when they expand it out, that's actually a disservice to your favorite artist. Like I said, Drake album is better than Kanye's. It's sonically, but I don't think neither one of them albums are the best rap album of the year.
Nah,
It's trash.
but
It's trash.
it's not that.
I think Nas King Disease 2 might be the best rap album.
You know what it is? Is a lot of people think that Drake album is the best. No, nobody. I'm a Drake fan, bro. Like I said, bro, I'm Drake fan since my son was on Degrassi playing Jimmy Brooks. I'm a Jimmy Brooks fan, bro. I wanted to be Jimmy Brooks when I was a kid, bro. And my son hoop, he draw, he got all the bitches, fire Jones, got in a wheelchair, was still doing all that shit, still bagging bitches. He wanted to be Drake, bro. Before I knew his name was Drake. So I'm a real Drake fan. So like his shit is like the shit I fuck with. Cool. Y'all niggas is just like, yo, I'm lost for words right now, bro.
I like Drake. I like Drake on Comeback Season. I like Drake on So Far Gone. Like I think his
That's
rapping,
what I'm saying.
I like his rapping was.
That's the Drake. Our Drake fans came from that.
His rapping was
Drake fans came from that, bro.
No.
Who you saying?
You.
How you saying no?
Listen what I'm saying.
Was you in high school when Drake came out?
Can I finish?
Was you in high school when Drake came out? Can you answer that question?
No, I was out.
I was in high school.
I'm not talking about you.
I was in high school when Drake dropped something, mixtape or something like that. The whole school had to know that shit by lunchtime, bro.
I'm not talking about your era. I'm talking about people that's like my age.
You do not matter, bro.
No.
When it comes to that shit, when it comes to Drake and his career, you do not matter.
But then they can't ask that broad question.
No. What I'm saying is
because then we'll say y'all don't matter when it comes to Jay-Z.
You're mishearing what I'm saying. I'm saying the people that are around my age talk about Drake the GOAT. They didn't get on to Drake until he got with Young Money. I know that for a fact. I know at least 100 people that didn't even hear So Far Gone until like 3 years after the fact. So that's what I'm saying. Like the people that's organic Drake fans, high five to y'all. But the people that jumped on the bandwagon say, "Oh, Drake,
those are more sort of people who want some like, yo, he can't miss." That's why older people started saying Drake is GOAT. They're like, yo, he can't miss. Us younger people was like, yo, nigga, you been like that. That's the same thing with J. Cole, bro. I've been a J. Cole fan for the longest, and then it wasn't until Forest Hill Drive. When they said, oh, yo, he didn't have no features and shit like that. Oh, people started listening to this shit like, yo, J. Cole, nice, yo. Bro, I've been a fan.
I just think
just because y'all getting on to son, that don't mean he was whack before.
And some of those, even when we talk about like as a GOAT, there's always somebody arguably that we may think is better from that era. Like we talk about Jay-Z the GOAT, but we say Jada, we say Nas, we say Biggie, we say Pac. And then you talk about now, you got Drake, but you got Kendrick, you got Cole.
So there's a lot of shit about Jay-Z that like niggas be saying that I don't
agree with Jay-Z being the best rapper.
I don't think all his bars is nice. When they was mad that thinking that Kanye took him more for the Baby's verse was better than Jay-Z's.
The Baby verse is crazy.
The Baby's verse was way better than Jay-Z's. The shit Jay-Z said on Drake album wasn't really nothing crazy, bro. Jay-Z has said the same thing on probably the last 10 features he did, bro.
And the funny thing is,
nothing different.
The funny thing is, I respect Jay-Z, but Jay-Z 444 album is Nas' Life is Good album about 6 years later with more popularity. It wasn't like I listened to 444 and it was dope. I'm like, I heard this album.
That's part of my whole
5
thing
years
with
ago.
Jay-Z. I think that
it's just when he does it, it's more magnified.
Since he got he's a billionaire and all that shit. It's like, yo, everything, like you said, everything he does is, bro, he nigga come on and just talk about what he did this week to make $1 million.
I think the song that him and Nas did is trash.
OD
What's
trash.
The song they did on Cali shit. I
OD
think that's just
trash.
trash.
Yeah,
But-
it could have been so much better.
Yeah.
It's like,
But you know what it is with them?
But it's not like his. That's
it's
what
like
I'm
he got a
saying.
God effect right now.
But
So
this
anything
is
he do is-
expectations,
Anything he do is
But
fire.
this is
But it's not the case.
But this is why I say these questions be corny to me, because you'll have a person like Jay-Z that's musically right at the end of his career, right, and then you'll have somebody like Drake that's at the height of their career and with their generation, and then you'll ask the question, yo, when are we gonna say this about this old guy and this about this? It's like, why are we even asking that? Yo, he's great right now.
But that's-
You don't need to, because right now nobody's comparing Jay-Z and Drake.
But
Nobody's
I
doing
would
that.
never compare them.
Nobody's doing that.
But-
So that's a dumb comparison.
But this is what you
That's
gotta
what I'm
understand.
saying.
It's
And
not-
Drake is more versatile.
With the rap shit right now, it's not like sports. So it's like, yo, you could say Mike retired. We not gonna compare Mike now to LeBron now. Hell no, we can't do that. It's impossible. Niggas is comparing active Jay-Z now to active rappers, and I don't think that's one thing that I don't think is right, bro. You can't tell me that Jay-Z is better than Lil Baby right now.
No,
You can't tell me that he's better than any rapper right now, bro.
no. But
Not any rapper. I don't say any rapper.
but
Some black
look,
niggas
but
out
look.
there.
Now I'm gonna tell you something though. But
If you want to say, yo, before he would have ate this nigga up, yeah.
Hold on,
But
but-
now, if that nigga rap, like, his, anything, like, any hoo-ha's he get is off of him just being Jay-Z.
Yeah.
but look, but
Niggas ain't
but,
relating to what he's saying.
but that's what I was getting ready to say though. Hold on, because we just cannot say that, yo, Jay-Z, if he's on a song with Lil Baby, he ain't gonna outshine him because he might go in his bag.
He has the capability.
He has the capability
One thing
to
about-
do these things. So now he might get on the track. It might be a time where he might be like, yo, you know what? Niggas is playing with me. Yo, Lil Baby, the Baby, Meek, whoever else, put me on the end of that track. And I'ma show niggas what I could do.
Case in point.
So it's like and that's my point of it. That's where I come with
No
my
bullshit,
point.
a lot of-
Hold on, that's where I come with my stand, and I be like, yo, this is why I don't like crossing errors. Yo, you're the GOAT of your era.
Yeah.
You're the GOAT of your era right now. You're doing it right now.
it's
I'm
all
not going to
subjective.
compare you right now and
not
say,
even- a lot of shit
oh,
is-
you right now, and then him. We don't know these
And
things.
see the thing with sports and rap, your
we don't-
your
we
mind
know.
don't go nowhere. You're gonna lose
That's-
your
I
physical
kept-
ability.
no, I kept it on rap, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why, 'cause it's
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
you don't
'Cause
know.
Look at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne had his drug problems and all that. Lil Wayne came back this year and he been tearing people up on
Tearing
his
shit
track.
up.
He got Benny on Benny the Butcher song. He got Benny. Anything Benny been on, Benny been scorching.
So that's why I say it's
I don't-
kind of.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think that. I think it's no bullshit. I think it's a wow factor, bro.
You don't think Lil
listen-
Wayne verse was
no,
crazy on Benny
I don't
album?
think anything Lil Wayne has put out recently has been good, bro. A lot of shit just be the wow factor.
Nah.
Lil Wayne's back. It's a wow factor. That's like I don't want to go back to sports, but that's like the yeah, that's the only thing I can go back to. Like you just go back to sports and you say like, yo, Jordan come right back now and catch a two-hand dunk. Niggas is gonna go crazy just because it's Jordan catching the dunk. That's the same with Lil Wayne, same with Jay-Z, same with Jadakiss getting on something right now. They shit may not be the best, but it's the wow factor.
Nah.
There's a lot of wow factors.
No, I'm not. What I'm, but what I'm saying
your
is,
point
but this is, and
is
this is another,
excellent.
but this is
But I don't
another.
think it apply to everybody. But
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
an excellent point. But this is another thing that happens too with this generation. They don't give the old generation a shot. So now, if it's a nigga like Jay-Z on the song, they'll be like, yo, I don't even want to hear Jay-Z verse because he talking some shit I don't even know.
I can't,
And
I can't
might,
speak for the younger generation, but niggas my age, I say probably what, 25.
We
to
had
30?
this conversation
we
in the chat.
We gonna listen.
A lot of niggas said they ain't listening.
28
We
to
had this
30,
conversation.
28 and up.
Like
Don't say
niggas don't
25,
even some
25
niggas
ain't
don't even want to hear it. Some niggas like, I don't want to hear
25
that.
year olds ain't trying to hear Jay-Z.
I don't want to hear that.
It's certain
So
It's certain people because Jay-Z not rapping about the shit that they want to rap about.
but
Yeah.
I'll listen to it. I like listening to this shit.
but that's why
But it may not get another play.
But that's why I'm saying a lot of people saying it's whack because you're 28, 30, listening to a 50-year-old dude. He's rapping about his success. He's not rapping about in the block. He's not rapping about what
in the club.
they could relate to now.
Nah,
So
I can't-
and hold on, even Jay-Z went through that because when Jay-Z went through the change clothes era, us as fans, we had to adapt to that because we wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
We wasn't used to him when he was 30's the new 20 nigga, I'm so hot. We wasn't used to that. We wasn't used to him all that evolving. That shit was a transition.
And he got backlash when he was talking about stop doing the money phone.
All that. Remember when he started wearing the button ups?
I can't say it's because of growth that people don't want to listen to him.
Huh?
I can't say it's because of
It
growth
ain't
that
growth.
people don't
It ain't
listen
growth. It's where you at in life.
It's where you at in life.
You at 28 is not where he's at in 50 plus.
There's younger rappers rapping about that shit now. It's just
It's more relatable for them.
The whole style of his rap, the younger generation don't really like. Like the Little Baby, he raps about that shit. He rapped about
But they know
him.
Little Baby. They grew up with Little Baby. It's hard to
Little
go
Baby
back.
only got, like, what, 5
No, what
years?
I'm saying is they grew like that's me. I grew up with Jay-Z.
Yeah. So
y'all
you listen
growing
to
up
Jay-Z.
with y'all growing up to Little Baby right now. Like back then,
You think
it was
Corday's
hard for
nice?
me.
Huh?
Corday, you think Corday is nice?
Corday, yeah. You know-
Look,
you
it
know
was
he
hard
come
for
from-
me
he come from my man's
back
school,
back
so
in
I
the
fuck with
days,
Corday.
right? It was hard for me
I
to
don't think-
listen to
I think it's his last shit he put out. I didn't like last shit. I think if he put something out after his the first album he dropped, if he put something out after that, I think I didn't like. It's a song I think he put out.
It was like EP or something.
Yeah, that shit. I
album
wasn't
was
really
dope.
fucking with it. I wasn't really fucking with that.
like back then. It was hard for me.
My fault.
If I could listen to a Jay-Z back then, and I couldn't listen to Rakim, and Rakim was that dude, I couldn't listen to Big Daddy Kane because of how they rap, they style.
Yeah.
But they was them dudes. If you put them on a song, I wouldn't dare say, yo, you put Rakim on a song with Jay-Z, Jay-Z gonna eat. It's like, nah. And Rakim was on a song with Jay-Z, his double album. Remember the song with him, Dre and Rakim? Rakim had the, what was that, the last verse? The Watcher. I didn't dare come out my mouth at that time and say, yo, Jay-Z gonna eat this nigga. This is Rakim. And it wasn't even it wasn't no wow factor with him or nothing. That's what we don't have now. It's like, we didn't say back then, oh, Jay-Z's better than Rakim. We didn't compare it. That comparison is like, why you doing that? Yo, he's the GOAT. Just give him his flowers.
Crazy thing is-
Because when you make the comparison, you're gonna have to tear somebody down. You're gonna have to say that this person's better. Because you're gonna be like, oh boy, he don't do this and he do this.
But that's
See, when I listen to music and I talk about who's the best, I don't even count that era before me. I don't count KRS One, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane. I don't count them. I'm like, yo, those are like, that's a different level. And I'll say, oh, I start from 92 up. Like your debut album was like 92. I'll start from that. Anything before 92, I don't even touch.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if I'm not there, I'm not. I wasn't there for I can't say Rakim, oh, I wasn't there for the beginning of his career. And then Jay-Z's hot. And then I'd be like, oh, when we gonna say that Jay-Z's hotter than he's gonna surpass Rakim? It's like, I'm not gonna say that. Rakim was hot at his time. Jay-Z's hot right now. Leave it at that.
But that comes from whoever, and I think is mostly the reason I say older dudes is because those are the people that's dominating, that been dominating for like the last 10 years, the radio, the media, and shit like that. I mean, dudes older than what the younger rappers are like Breakfast Club. Everybody on the Breakfast Club is in their 40s. Ebro and them niggas is in their 40s.
And rap is a young man's game.
All them other dudes in their 40s. So when you got these young dudes coming out, it's like, yo, they're old. Them older dudes that's on the radio and shit, them doing it, they always comparing the young dudes to the older dudes. And what do young dudes do back?
They
We
can't.
gonna shoot back.
Facts.
That's unfair. Like, you gotta give them a chance.
The older dudes, they set this, they put this war in motion. So what you think these younger dudes gonna do? I'm never going to respect y'all older dudes because
y'all don't give us a chance.
Y'all didn't give us the chance. Why do we have to be like y'all?
They respect the older rappers that reach to them and try to throw game.
Why do we have to be like y'all? Why do we have to rap like y'all? Rap has evolved from, like you said, from Big Daddy Kane, Rakim and shit. They don't rap the same way they do now.
Hell no.
Back in the day, the MC wasn't really important.
I was about to say rap was clashes.
To me, you shouldn't even
Back in the days.
Like, there's always gonna be different styles of rap. That's like saying I'm from New York and I don't like Bone Thugs because they don't rap like Jay-Z. That's dumb.
That's why I say you can't now say like, yo, these are not rappers. Rap has changed. So now this is a sound of rap. What Drake does, what Tory Lane and niggas do when they rap, this is a new sound of rap. This is a new sound of rap because they're still rapping. just because they throw a little melody in there, they're still rapping.
No, melodic rap is rap.
This
when you flat out singing, your heart out, that's not rapping.
Nah, it's still.
No. But you can tell the difference between Drake singing and rapping. There's no blend with Drake.
With the melody shit is usually a rapper that can't sing. Think about if Chris Brown is on a song rapping and he want to get a melody, you think he gonna hold back? Nah, they gotta sing. They gonna sing my ass off.
But what you saying with Little Baby in them is correct. Like them niggas harmonize while they rapping. But Drake, Tory, Chris Brown, you see the difference when they're rapping and when they're singing.
So if Little Baby was to put out a song where he's just straight harmonizing, would that be considered an R&B song?
He's just harmonizing. It depends on the format. Like, you know, it depends what you want to try to build it as, but it depends on the format. Because like look at Lil Nas X, they didn't want to accept it as a country album. Why? But it was a country album. Post Malone, country song. Post Malone is not recognized as a hip hop artist, but he's made hip hop songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like
He's recognized as a hip hop artist.
No, he's not. He says he's not a hip hop artist.
He was recognized as one when he first came out.
Yeah, but White Iverson now he's not, and he still got songs like Rockstar.
Same no more.
Yeah, but yo,
but he left that because he wanted to go into that. He wanted to go into more of the white world.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same on MGK. MGK is a whole rock star now. He came out as a rapper.
Facts.
Justin Bieber came on an R&B artist under Usher.
But it's different with R&B. I think R&B naturally transitions to pop because Usher was a pop artist. Usher is a pop artist. Usher's a pop artist. Fucking
Chris Brown.
Niggas
Drake is a pop artist.
Nah.
Yes, he is.
I think he makes pop out pop tracks sometimes like
No.
Tootsie Slide, fucking Hotline Bling.
You can't be the biggest artist in the world, not a pop artist. He's a pop artist. Hip hop is pop. Hip hop is the biggest genre of music right now.
I think it's different now. I think because back in the mid 2000s shit, there was a pop sound, and that's a pop sound like the Justin Bieber, the Britney Spears, like I said, the
Nicki had it for a little while.
Yeah,
like the Hotline Bling, those type of sounds, those are like considered pop. But if we talking like what pop means, popular, like yes, you can say that like hip hop is rap, like but that specific sound, like that shit that you know you can hear this in H&M while you shopping types of music. Like you're not gonna hear one of like Drake's 9 a.m.s in New York type shit. You're not gonna hear that in the gym or H&M or Target or some shit like that. That pop sound I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so
definitely. Generations of music is good. That's some.
We started paying music.
Yeah, that music is crazy. That's why it's like
I was off today.
It's opinionated when it comes to music.
Yeah, and
Different shit. I was going to hit them with the. They don't know the feeling of when you wanna know the song and you writing down the words. How you gotta stop, record, rewind your tape back, stop, record.
Like I don't care about numbers because you can get an album right now and play it a bunch of times. They don't know about going to Virgin Mobile on 42nd
and going to cop that
CD.
CD.
And cop a CD.
This is what I don't like about y'all. Is y'all
Virgin Megastore, sorry.
Y'all think with age, the ages y'all be thinking be raw, cause y'all be looking at me like, yo, I'm about to be 30, bro.
We ain't talking about you.
No, we're saying a broad statement.
No, there's a whole different generation. Like the generation you talking about is niggas born after 9-6 or some shit like that. Not even 9-6.
Yeah, but I gotta talk about that because
that's the generation I talk about.
But that's what's coming up running the world. So I gotta talk about that. I gotta talk about that now because there's a lot of kids. There's even people your age that ain't listen to Biggie. We've seen it on the radio station.
People your age that never use a CD.
That's a fact.
So that's what I'm saying.
No.
Yes.
Nobody my age that never use a CD, bro.
Yo, not your age, but there's people that know me when I tell them, yo, I used to have to take a CD when I was on the train, and I used to ride the train with my CD player. I had to hold it because I didn't want my song to mess up. Niggas be like, what? What you talking about?
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know that. So that's why I bring up those times, because they gotta hear about that.
Niggas wasn't that age, but you can't, that's different from just the music. Like you can't say a song or album was better.
I'm not saying it was.
But a lot of people say that. Like that's a bad thing to throw into an argument. Like if you like, yo, why, like, if I'm like, yo, why y'all like Jay-Z so much? I'm like, yo, bro, you don't understand. I used to have to go downtown, 42nd Street, get the CD.
Now I brought that up
No, I bring
because
up in music sales. I don't care about who.
I wasn't bringing it up for none of that. My reason was bringing it up. I was bringing it up just for the generation of music, not nothing to do with our conversation.
Say like, yo, this is why you do not understand why we like this person.
Nah, they're wrong.
Yeah, that don't have nothing to do with it. Don't have nothing to do with it.
I do say that
it's certain shit that I do remember from back, like one thing that like a lot of I hear them they bring up a lot about like when the blackout happened and niggas was playing music out the corner shop. I remember being a kid and niggas playing back the checkmate freestyle, bro. I remember that as a kid. So you can't take that. I remember it didn't affect me the same way it affect y'all, but I remember that shit.
But they're wrong in the sense of like comparing sales now to sales then, because it's different back then when you got a million people leaving their house to go buy your album as opposed to someone playing it 1,000 times in their house a day, and that equals a sale. But I mean, to wrap it up, like you can't. It's hard to say who surpassed who in music because music hits you different and hits different times different.
It's
your
how
taste.
You feel.
But some people are gonna step up.
What's the last album you think you paid for?
The last album I paid for.
Like album you paid for, even if you bought it off something.
Matter of fact, the last album I paid for was the Black album. That was the last album I paid for.
The last album I paid for
Black album
was the City Girls album. Just because I bought a shirt and it comes with it. Never listen to that.
The last album I paid for was Black album. That was the last album I bought.
Good Kid, Mad City.
I'm thinking.
I actually bought rather than the stream. But yo, that's our time. Thank you. Y'all guys got anything you need to say before we wrap?
I say a lot of things is a lot of people argue over things that's very opinionated. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with somebody having their opinion. There's nothing wrong with agreeing to disagree.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with the argument though.
No, it's not.
An argument, it's a debate.
A debate.
Argument, and we gotta clear the air.
Yeah, debate. Yeah.
Arguments is when we stop talking about the topic, and I'm like, yo, fuck out of here. That's why you got that shit on your face. Like, what, bro? We was talking about music, and that shit happen all the time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But debates,
you be having a debate, and somebody be like, yo, that's why you don't get no bitches. What?
Nothing to do with
nothing to do with nothing.
Oh, you broke, what?
Or you dumb.
Like, airhead, dumb.
Yeah, that's
start calling you out your name.
Like even today with us like yelling back and forth.
It's a debate.
We never called each other out of name. I never said, yo, you stupid. You never said, yo, I'm stupid. Oh, you make yo, you wrong. Oh, nah, you wrong.
I was looking at y'all like y'all was two meatheads, pause.
Yeah.
I was sitting back here. Yeah, old head. I was like, yeah.
You got one good fall of you in the fight.
But
Charlie.
Yeah, see, he younger than me. Catching Charlie, I saw a camera. Keep that rolling.
He don't drink water.
Keep that rolling, you young. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, you young guys? See what I'm saying?
Thank you. That's our time. That's episode 3.
Definitely.
Devontae.
What was the This was Ultra. What was it? Unlimitedly?
Unlimited. Unlimited. We ain't mentioned it today, but we want to name it that. Shout out to whoever we shout out to.